So I would have named this video something better, but the title Funny Raccoon Game is a Funny Raccoon Game has already been taken. It is a sad day to be me. Hi, me again. If you're like me and follow indie game development on Instagram to any extent, you might have caught wind of this game sometime in the recent past. And honestly, it's not without reason. This game is, how you put it, batshit insane. Like, why? The fuck? It's not always a game you find on Instagram gets released, but this is even better, dude. It released, and it is good. Made by one very crayon-y and very Irish crayon-eating company, Funny Raccoon Games started life as a concept on Kickstarter, successfully funded with a grand total of 18,000 euros. The game puts you in the shoes of a raccoon with striking similarities to existing people. What? This can't be right. No, there's no way this is right. There's no way this is right. That's me! It's me! Hey, guess which character I picked. The premise for Funny Raccoon Games is amazing as the visuals. You can run, jump, grab, and throw stuff. But chill, dude. Let's go one by one. Fuck! Dumbass. Pretend the following situation. You're a raccoon, and you just purchased a dumpster for the reasonable sum of a few million euros, and your main task is to provide your new living space with life, making it your very own. Where do you go to find such items? Norwich? The beautiful city of Norwich, England. How to say Norwich? Norwich. Do not say Norwich. It's Norwich. Are you kidding me? The beautiful city of Norwich, England. Of course, not to be mistaken with Norwich, Ontario, Norwich, Kansas, Norwich, Massachusetts, Norwich, New York, but it's a town, Norwich, North Dakota, Norwich, Ohio, Norwich, Vermont, the neighborhood of Norwich in Roanoke, Virginia, and the Norwich Historical District in Roanoke, Virginia. Looks a bit different from what I saw in the pictures. Is this like when Japanese tourists visit Paris or something? Paris syndrome, that's it. Anyway, that's fucking it. Now go. Go. The main premise of the game is like a normal collectathon. You collect stuff to furnish your home, and the more stuff you collect, the more better. You can get more floors and travel to more places in Norwich, England, not to be mistaken with Norwich, Ontario, Norwich, Kansas. But be fucking honest with me, that's not why you picked up this game in the first place. You picked it up for shit like this. Oh god. Oh, it's just as ugly as it is in the trailers. God, it's so disorienting. Okay. Oh, that's a window. Ow! Ow, what the fuck? Wait. Oh no, it's the crackhead. Stop! Oh. And you're coming with me. Oh, I'm trying to pick this guy up. It's just saying lame, loser, and weak. I face through the fucking floor. What? What is going on? Can I pick up the tram? But, of course, while I did say shit like this, that's not to take away any merit from how the game feels, looks, and was developed. The game does wear its inspirations on its sleeve, that being modern internet humor mixed with a sort of retro 3D aesthetic that's all over the fucking place. The funny thing about mixing these two things together is that it's really fucking hard to do well and could have easily not worked in the slightest. It takes skill to make bullshit that works, and even more skill to make bullshit that works with more bullshit. Under any other pretense, this would have just amounted to a whole lot of nothing. But it don't. It's something. Even if that something is something you can really explain now. Needless to say, I think that me being unable to properly explain it means the game succeeded at its goal of trying to emulate a clogged artery. You might notice this game is visually unique to say the least. Plenty of people are saying this is the shorter graphics with uglier games they wanted, and while I agree to some extent, it is also kind of reductive. It is still poop. But it's like the golden poop ticket from Zenless Zone Zero that gives you 60 polychrome. Funny Raccoon Game is ugly, sure, but with intention. It's not ugly due to constraints, at least not entirely, but due to artistic intent. It's putting what it has on the table and telling everyone else to leave if they don't like it. And people love it. I'm ugly with intention. When I was younger and I was being shown how to emulate games by my older cousin, one of the many consoles I downloaded games for was the PS1. Just playing any sort of random bullshit we could find. In a sense, this game gives me a very cozy, nostalgic feeling, even if I don't really remember a lot of the PS1 games I played. They're like distant memories that I can't really make out, much like this game. It's clearly inspired at least by those early PS1 games where people barely knew how to fit a triangle in the game properly, but that's where the similarities end. If that even. Mechanically, tonally, it differs everywhere else. After all, the game's from 2026. The greatest joke of the year is 2 subsequent numbers. If you're under the age of 25 and unemployed, the vibe's just straight up just immaculate. This game is so fucking balls to the wall in a way no game from the era it takes inspiration from truly could ever be like. I love how unapologetically whimsical and stupid everything feels. And I truly mean unapologetic, because some of this is, yeah, it's not that good. But it's whatever, honestly. However, even if the game is made in 2026 and focuses on its humor, it does so in a way that simply doesn't make me think it's gonna feel dated at any point in the future. Sure, put a AAA capital G gamer to play this and they'll die instantly via spontaneous combustion, but overall that's a net positive, so who's really complaining? Funi Raccoon game is one of the latest examples in the ongoing trend of video games that reject everything that the word quote-unquote modern stands for. It's the very juice, the Fortnite chug jug, that powers the mind of an indie developer and allows for games like this to be conceptualized and brought to reality. And it's a great reminder of the sheer power indie gaming has. Have you ever wanted to go to Norwich, England, not to be mistaken with Norwich, Ontario, throw llamas in a dumpster, go to the gym, get buff as shit, get run over by a tram, steal a firearm from an officer, deliver said firearm to the Argentinian sun gods, be taken to the water zone, then get your driver's license, frolic in the fields with hundreds of rabid dogs, stop the production cycle of an evil company, fly with thousands of chickens, and then spend the rest of the time trapped in the guts of a gigantic fish with 3 pirate skeletons? If not, yeah, I think this game might just not be for you, really. Of course, the game's not perfect. No one is, apart from him. First and foremost, this is not a game for everyone, let's make it clear. It's made in fucking Godot, for one. I'm not saying your nanny, or your mom, or your younger sibling, or your mom, or your dad should play this and come out of it with the same goofy, stupid smile that I have. And that's the power and appeal of indie games. Something for everyone. You want a refined masterpiece that's taken years to be developed, or a game found in a dumpster? Refined masterpiece? Dumpster game. Huh? Sometimes you're just kinda in the mood for Wendy's. Sometimes the game can feel like luster or faulty in its controls, which clashes with the highly polished and aimlessly focused aesthetic it sets. And this isn't like a goat simulator type thing. I'm pretty sure the game's not purposefully slippery, let alone once falling through the floor constantly to be an issue, though I could be wrong. I believe I'm safe here. Jumping feels like a bit of a gamble, and that's a bit worrisome when your game is platforming. When you're in midair, adjusting your speed and direction is dangerous at best, and even if you're running, it often feels like a double jump just doesn't carry momentum. I don't know if this is really just a thing with Godot. I don't know anything about game development, but web fishing, which also uses Godot, has a fairly similar feeling jump when it comes down to it. I have no idea if that's actually the case. It's especially noticeable if you're doing tight platforming, which ties into another thing. Everything you pick up that's a physical object and can still interact with the world. Of course, this happens so you can't just stack hundreds of items and then leave the level, but it also means that you hit your fucking head a lot. It's just enough that you start to play around it instead of going through it just because you should. Even if it happens, you can very easily rule out the moment it does. At least falling through the floor is not random. It usually happened when I was holding paracetamol. Is that right? Why do I fall through the floor? Or being chased by the police. Thankfully, nothing that you quote-unquote lose when dying gets deleted forever. It just respawns with the same velocity and momentum as when you lost it. Surely this doesn't create the most chaotic bad shit butt-fuck scenarios ever seen. Oh lord. Oh god. Oh god. No. No. Where's my gun? Where's my gun? My gun. The Norwich sign. This game is short, and thankfully so. You can finish in like 5 to 6 hours if you're not going full completionist. Thankfully, if you do want to go full completionist, this game has some pretty cool achievements to go for as side content. I mean, I assume they're cool. I haven't tried to complete the game. Do I look like the kind of guy who'd pocket money from charity? I love it. I love everything that's rightfully chaotic and stupid and messy and borderline unexplainable about it. Add it to the list of good things to come out of Ireland. Play this game while batshit drunk on a Tuesday afternoon for the optimal experience. Sorry for not making videos in like forever. I'm kind of like genuinely clinically depressed.